All right. Practice 18 today. Had a good one yesterday. You know, got a little tense out there. Guys are flying around. We got to practice more maturely, I think. Overall, it's probably the take from yesterday's practice. There's too many guys laying on the ground. We're trying to stay up and keep people healthy and escaped good, but we're playing on the edge right now, and I think they have the pursuit in mind, but we got to have the smart pursuit in mind as well. But happy with where we are, and going into day 18, got a little bit more game preparation stuff in. Working on some opening day stuff, and we'll continue to progress.
Part of that bringing the band in. Sorry, Jerry.
The band, we tried to bring the band in last year, but they were grinding up in Bradford, Pennsylvania. But I just think the band is such a major part of what we do. It's a thing we go to after the game. We sing the fight song, just to get our players engaged with their players, because that's what they are. They're players too, and let them know that we're together with them, and it's a team.
You've done a lot of Nova work then?
We've done a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You said things got a little heated. I mean, how do you teach them to kind of walk that line between being fired up but staying mature, as you say it?
It's hard. It's hard to do it because everybody's competing out there. We try to eliminate cheap shots, and there's maybe one or two of those out there. But it's usually that young freshman that doesn't know how to control his emotions, and he gets out there in the heat of the moment. So we're trying to coach that up. So we'll remind him after practice. We just got to be smart. We can't lose a guy to something that's not what we teach. So we're just trying to teach them. It's like I said, it's hard. I think it's real hard. So I understand. I've been there.
Have there been any classic training camp brawls?
No, actually, it's been pretty good. I mean, our guys, we got great chemistry. I think our kids know how to act. And matter of fact, we talked about it the first day, and I said, who's going to be the guy on offense? Who's going to be the guy on defense? And everybody pointed to the guy, and it didn't happen until practice 6. It was really, really small. And, I think we only had really one of those all camp.
I assume you're not going to want to mention any names.
Nah, it doesn't matter. But it's good players that are intense guys that on game day they're going to show up, and they let their tempers get to them.
What does Biznawabi bring to this locker room? It seems like his personality is a little bit more unique than some.
Biz is and obviously an Eagle for us. He is unique. He's a fun guy. Tells it like it is, and really I think the guys look up to him. He's a guy that's a leader of this football team.
What are the main progressions you've seen from spring until now from Elijah's eyes?
Elijah's made improvements. I mean, I think I think we talked about those older guys. I drop my pen every day. But I think Elijah's made his major improvements in the spring. And now you're seeing little improvements, not as big as you'd like to see him. You just want to see it go even more. And I know it's hard. He's a receiver, a year ago at this point, and he's been there for 6 months maybe. And again, he's making strides. He's going to play for us, and we'll continue to make him a better player.
Feel like he's grasping the playbook well enough, or?
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, we threw a lot at him. I think he's going to even be better when we start to get into a game plan of, hey, this is what we're doing. Because right now they got the whole. I mean, the game plan is that big. And it's going to get down to that big. We'll start to narrow down what we want to do against these guys. We try to install everything, every scenario, every situation in fall camp. So when they hear it during the season, whether it's week 1 or week 8, that they've heard it before. It's not the first time they're like, what is that? I've never heard of that before. They've heard of everything here. And we'll continue to rep it throughout camp.
What made it different for him if you had moved him over right after the season?
Not really, because I think you need reps. We had talked about it, and you say after the season, bowl camp, in bowl practice, he was at linebacker. Mm-hmm. He wasn't full time, maybe mentally didn't know, but you need the reps. But we saw what he could do in camp or in bowl season. I may have told you before, but he lined up there. We said, let's try it. He looked at me like I was crazy. And then he proceeded to make the next 3 or 4 tackles in a row. He was on every tackle. It's kind of like, and he doesn't even know what he's doing. So, he can play the game.
How do him and Sean kind of differ at that star position?
I don't think there's a whole lot of difference there. I mean, Sean moved from safety. Elijah moved from receiver. They're both very athletic. They both can run, and they can both make plays in space. And that's what we asked that position to do. So they both have the ability to do it. And we're going to see how how they also react on game day. So they're both going to get opportunities to show what they have.
Are you going to reward any guys with scholarships next few days?
Might, maybe. I don't know. We have to look at that. We never thought about it.